What's up, guys? My name's Kevin,
I'm Crystal,
and this is Talk Majors.
the mother and son duo you didn't know you needed in your life.
Alrighty then.
Sorry that it has been a while since you guys have heard
Yeah.
from us. We've been busy and trying to decide if we wanted to do this podcast or not. But here we are.
So, we're back.
Woo! Um, so a lot of stuff has been happening. So the World Series started, and we wanted to talk about kind of who's in the World Series, the history of each team, how many World Series they've won,
Or
and
been
stuff like
in
or been in, and
playoff appearances and
yeah.
stuff like that.
So if you don't know, the Arizona Diamondbacks and the Texas Rangers are in the World Series.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the history, and then we'll kind of get into game one, and then we'll start doing individual podcasts for each game of the World Series. Sorry. And so I'm going to go ahead and start because I'm oldest. So I decided to look up the history of the Diamondbacks. So the Diamondbacks became a franchise in 1998, which isn't that long ago.
Yeah, it was only, what, 25 years ago?
So it just made sense because Phoenix is the ninth largest city in the United States, and Arizona has held a lot of the spring training for Major League Baseball teams. So it just made sense that they did. So they paid $130 million, and then January 16th, 1997, they were voted into the league. But before that, they tried to be voted in as in the American League with the Devil Rays, which is now just the Rays.
Yeah.
But the American League fought it because of the significant time difference, and how they would have to start their games earlier, and people wouldn't be able to watch it, or they would be able to, but it would significantly decrease their ratings, and so people decided not to go that route.
All right.
So then they were voted into the National League.
Okay.
Which made more sense anyways. And then they started at Bank One Ballpark, which is now Chase Field. Then they won a World Series in 2001, which they did it with Randy Johnson and Curt Schilling. Only this World Series win means a little bit more to us because in 2001, the Seattle Mariners had 116 wins, and we lost in the playoffs to the Yankees. And then having the Yankees lose in the World Series just like made it sting just a little bit less. So
yeah, I'm a fan of the Warriors too, and so they had their 79 win season, and then 79 win season, 73 win season, and then lost to the Cavs in the championship. It was so bad.
Yeah, this sucks. So in the first 5 seasons as a franchise, the Diamondbacks won 3 division titles in 1999, 2001, and 2002. They won 100 games in their second season.
Dang.
Right?
Like, where are the Dodgers?
No kidding. Or the Giants or the Padres or anything like that. So in 2007, so after their 2002 season, they kind of tanked. And so they decided to introduce a new uniform to see if they could revigorate the team. And so they got rid of that like turquoise, and they brought in that Sonoma red.
I like that red. It looks a lot better than turquoise.
And then they had 90 wins that season. And then in 2011, before the All-Star break, they had 49. They had a 49 and 43 record. And then they were second place. They were 3 behind the Giants. They hosted the All-Star game, and then after that, they posted a 45-25 record and defeated the Giants, taking this last series that they played them 3-1 and clinching the AL West division title. And then they lost to the Brewers in the NL division 3-2. The reason that they did so well, though, is right before the trade, they made a bunch of like acquisitions for pitchers. And so they got a ton of pitching staff and a couple rookies and stuff, and they did pretty good. And then in 2016, they acquired Zach Greinke from the Dodgers for $206 million, and he flopped that first year. He didn't do very well. Yeah. But he redeemed himself in 2017 because that was the first time since 2011 they made it to the playoffs. They played the Rockies in the wild card only to be defeated by the Dodgers in the division round, which is funny because those two teams are both in their division.
Yeah.
So last year they finished the season at 74-88, which I think is important to know because this year they finished 84-78.
So definitely improvement.
Yeah, like significantly. So it secured the third wild card spot for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but I want to talk about Corbin Carroll. Sorry. Don't know where that came from.
Carroll.
He's a rookie, but he has 25 home runs in his rookie season and 50
that's really good.
Stolen bases.
That's really good.
Yeah. I mean...
That's like Julio type of numbers.
Yeah. Rookie of the year, maybe? I mean, I don't know. Maybe. We'll see.
We'll find out, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so that means I got the Texas Rangers, which they're kind of a sad franchise. Because they were founded in 1961, and originally they were called the Washington Senators for about 10 seasons. Then they moved to Texas, and so then they were called the Rangers. Their all-time record is 4,740 wins to 5,218 losses, with a win-loss percentage of .476. So
that's insane.
Not very good.
No, it's crazy.
And then playoff appearances. They have 9 playoff appearances all-time. And then they have 3 AL pennants. They've never won the World Series, ever.
So making them kind of the underdogs of the World Series.
Yeah. And then they retired a bunch of players' jerseys, which one of them is Ivan Rodriguez, which he was a really good player for him. He's in the Hall of Fame. He was really just a good player on a bad team. So pretty much like a Felix Hernandez. And then the next one is number 10, Michael Young.
Wait, I'm sorry, did you just throw shade at the Mariners?
Kind of.
That's rude.
But Michael Young, number 10, which leads 90% of their stats for their franchise. They have 12 Hall of Famers. Nolan Ryan's one of them. He played 27 years. So yeah, and then they also have Gil Hodges, who just got inducted into the Hall of Fame this year. Vladimir Guerrero is one of them, and his son is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and he plays for the Blue Jays, and he's doing phenomenal. And then this is their playoff series, so they didn't reach their first playoffs until 1996.
That's a couple years before they the Diamondbacks became a franchise.
Yeah. And they lost the ALDS 3-1, which they've been in the AL their entire
franchise.
History. Yeah, yeah, so they played the Yankees.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yankees.
Yes. Yeah, they lost 3-1.
Oh. In the series?
Yeah. And then The next year, 1998, which 2 years later, they lost to the Yankees again.
Oh.
3-0.
Dang.
Yeah.
I hate the Yankees.
Yeah. And then the next year, in 1999, they lost to the Yankees again.
Oh my.
3-0. The ALDS all 3 times.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it sounds like
it's
the
bad.
Mariners.
No, just less.
Okay.
And then in 2010, they actually made their first World Series.
Oh my gosh. Who did they play?
The Giants.
Oh jeez.
They lost.
Oh jeez.
4-1.
I remember that. Wasn't it like
2010.
Hunter Pence? Did he play on that team?
Something like that. And then in 2011, they actually went back to back, played the Cardinals, but lost 4-3. So went to a Game 7, but lost.
Dang.
Yeah. And then in 2012, they went to the wild card, but lost to the Orioles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then in 2015, they lost to the Blue Jays 3-2.
Dang.
Then 2016, they lost to the Blue Jays again.
Wow.
Yeah. And this is the first time they're making the playoffs since 2016.
Same. Well, the Diamondbacks made it in 2017, but
So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. So who do you want to win the World Series?
Honestly, I think the Rangers could do it. They have the firepower in Corey Seager and Garcia.
Yeah. But so the Diamondbacks have pretty good pitching.
Yeah.
And they also have one of the best rookies in the league right now.
That is true.
Yeah, and then they have a couple other good players.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
But they don't have Max Scherzer.
They don't. But that's not a bad thing. Because, I mean...
He had a bounce back year this year, though.
He had one when he was with the Dodgers, too. I mean, he didn't do too bad when he was with the Dodgers, but...
No, he did really good. That's why you got the Mets to sign him. And then he did terrible with the Mets. And then I was with the Rangers, and I was doing amazing.
I know, but I'm just not a big fan. I'm just not a big fan. Like, you can't sell me on it.
All right. Worth the shot.
Okay. Well, that's it for this episode. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah,
we appreciate
had a great time.
it. Like us, follow us.
Subscribe.
We're on Instagram on Talk Majors. We'll post some videos on YouTube under Talk Majors. And
Well, had a good time. Hope you did too.
yep. Thanks. Bye.